It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is the second Saturday of the month, which means it's May I Scraplift You. So we are just coming off a whole month of May, and I had sent out like a post that said, "Hey, if you want to be on the list for May I Scraplift You, leave a comment down below." Well, I had more than 31 days, and so I have several people that I want to still scrap lift. So I am going to continue the list of people who had said yes. And I'm going to do that probably till the end of the year for our monthly May I Scrap Lift You. And today I am scrap lifting Mel W. Scrapping. And if I had done the list better, I would have had her on there for when she did her 500 subby hop. But I couldn't do 2 videos that day. It was a little busy. May was a little busy. And so I'm like, oh, I really wanted to participate. So she is going to be the first one that I am going to scrap lift for June. So she has tons of layouts, and I have several screenshotted because every time she's like, pause here and screenshot if you want to scrap lift. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that one. Oh, I want to do that one. But I did decide on this one. So she's got kind of a 1/3, 2/3 going on. And she's got a couple of paper layers at the top. So I am going to use this heart paper and this I Love You paper, which is the back side of the heart paper. And these are Hip Kit Club exclusives. And then the paper on the bottom is actually a Pink Fresh Studio paper. And it's got some kind of like pre-done mixed media. So you can see in Mel's layout that she has some mixed media on the bottom, which of course she did, and she did beautifully. And I'm going to cheat and find the paper that does it for me instead. So one of the other things with her hop is she said to document someone who encourages you. And she did a picture of her husband. And so I thought it would be nice if I did a picture of my husband as well. And he is part of the Mounted Sheriff's Posse. And so at Christmas time, they do their annual pictures. So they all have to get dressed up in their uniforms and their cowboy hats, and so I always have to take pictures. So you've probably already seen this picture. It was in my December daily, but I think it needs to be in the family album as well because I think he looks so handsome. So you can see in Mel's layout that she has a ton of paper layers behind her photo. Girl after my own heart. I love, love, love lots and lots of papers. So what I did was I actually went into my scrap bin, which I haven't gotten into too much lately, and I pulled as many papers as I could find that kind of went with the colors that are in the hearts of that background paper. And I layered them up kind of wonkily. That's going to be a word today. And even had one of them as a torn edge. Now, she had what looks to be a strip of washi tape also behind her photo. So I have this kind of gold glittery washi tape that has been sitting on my desk for quite a long time. So I wanted to make sure that I got that on. That's definitely one of my on the desk trying to use up items. So maybe it'll make it on a few other layouts this month. We shall see. So in the Hip Kit Club kit that I am using, there is a paper that has a bunch of tags on it. So she has 3 tags to the right-hand side of her layout. So I am also going to cut 3 tags from this pattern paper, and I am going to put them on the right-hand side of my layout, or at least I think. So I am following pretty well with Mel's take here. So I put them over here. I'm going to glue them down, and I like it. But what I was thinking was that I Love You paper has some more mixed media on it, and I was really covering it up by placing the photo to the side. Now, I still could have left the tags over there. I don't know why I felt like I needed to move them, but I felt like I needed to move them. So I'm going to tear them off, and I am going to put them on the left-hand side of the photo now instead. So there, I'm having a little bit of a hard time gluing things today, apparently. So I'm going to get that down, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue down the entire photo mat area. And then I am going to dig through the embellishments that obviously have been sitting on my desk and are quite a mess from this kit. So I am going to grab a couple of these chipboard pieces from Simple Stories. I'm going to use the love as the beginning of my title. And then I am going to make 3 clusters around my photo, just like Mel did. So that top cluster has a chipboard piece. I wanted that framed picture to be there, but there wasn't any blue in the layout, and it just seemed weird to have it there. So I decided that even though I liked the idea, the color just wasn't going to work very well. So that top chipboard piece says, you make my heart sing. And then that little circular die cut says, love you. I'm going to get some florals up there. And then I'm going to swap out that floral down at the bottom for this heart. That heart snuggles right into where that L is really well. And then down on the right hand corner, I'm going to add this envelope. It brings some more of that orange in. I don't have a ton of that. I'm going to bring in a little wreath. And then I'm looking through all of these acetate words because I want my title to be something other than just love. So it's going to take a little bit. I'm trying to go through the die cuts as well as the words and separate them so I can actually put this collection away when I'm done. So I come across a acetate word that says you. So my title is just going to be Love You. And then I also find an acetate heart. So then I decided I'm going to pull a couple of these hearts in. I want to pull in some chipboard ones as well as the acetate ones. And so each cluster is now going to get a heart. And then I'm going to go off screen and glue everything down and clean up a little bit. And then I'm going to come back with the Pink Fresh enamel dots, and I'm going to put those over my tag holes. I just felt like they were a little too close to the edge of the page to add twine to. So the enamel dots work really well. And then once I get the colors where I want them, I decide that I probably should do just a little bit of mixed media. So I'm going to grab some Heidi Swapp Color Shine in Sweet Mint, which is one of my favorite sprays. Not that I think any of my sprays actually spray anymore, but that's okay. So I'm going to just add some splatters in a diagonal. And that is going to do it. So make sure you head over and give Mel some love and check her out and subscribe if you haven't. She's up to 600 and change when I'm doing this voiceover. So who knows, she may be even more when we get there. And then I will have a list of everybody who is playing along with May I Scraplift You down below. So remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next month. Bye.